As a co-founder of Trace, Olivier Laouchez has turned creativity into a global influence. At the 32nd Afro-Eximbank Annual General Meeting, he shares his vision for culture as a force for economic transformation. Mr. Olivier Laouchez, thank you for joining us on Africa 24.
Thank you for your welcome.
Thank you. You were recently honored for your contribution to Africa's creative renaissance. What does recognition mean to you at a time when culture finally is being seen as a capital?
I think it means a lot. First, I want to thank Afreximbank on the entire ecosystem of Trace, because obviously I am the face of Trace, but there are a lot of people around me that work tirelessly to make this platform the powerful arm to promote African culture and also to monetize African culture. So, in fact, these awards really speak for what we are. Personally, I'm what we call someone from the diaspora. I was raised in Martinique, in the Caribbean. My mother was born in Madagascar. I've got a lot of different background. 25% of my blood is from Nigeria. That was in my DNA test. So I think that this global village that, in fact, Africa and its diaspora need a link, need a platform so that everybody can be together. And this is what we are building with Trace. So to be recognized for this is really a privilege and an honor.
So how does Africa's creative energy translate into economic power today?
That's a very important question, because we all know the reality of the cultural appropriation from people in other continents that will take this African creativity, and at the end of the day, the African creators don't get the fair part of what they should get from it. So what we are now doing at Trace is to build the infrastructure, to make sure that the creator can get really decent remuneration for their work, for their talent. So we are talking about music rights, we are talking about distribution solution, we are talking about training, because, for instance, in the music industry, most young talent don't even know how to protect their IP. They don't even know the strengths of having multiple revenue streams for the same piece of work. So we build a platform named Trace Academia to train young people, to train young creators about their rights. And these are the different elements that we are building. And we are now in active discussion with Afreximbank and other partners to take all this to the next level.
So tell us, what inspired you to position Trace not just as a media brand, but as an instrument for cultural development in Africa?
It's very simple. When you work with artists, when you work with young people, you interact, you engage with them. And they will tell you, this is great, my music video is on air on Trace Naija or Trace Africa, but at the end of the day, I want to make money. Same thing with the young people. When they are 18, they can't afford to go to university, to schools, you listen to them and you say, okay, let's try to find solution. So what we are doing, from migrating of just being a media company to being a platform for empowerment, is just because we listen to the people we love and we try to find solution to their concern, to their challenges, because we are passionate about them and we want them to be happy and to be successful.
In a world flooded with content, what makes African storytelling stand out?
I think they are unique, they are very authentic, they are very vibrant, and there is an endless creativity. The stories of this continent are limitless. Anytime you go to a market, you go to a house, to any place, and you put two African people together, you could do a TV show. So, and in fact, during a long period of time, these stories were not told by African people. Some of them were told by other people. So I believe that now it's the time for African people to tell their stories. And the good news, they resonate not only on their country, but most of the time they've got a global dimension. So one of the things that we are trying to do also is to be this kind of bridge between Africa and the rest of the world, not just with the African diaspora. We believe that all the people who are enthusiasts, who are fans, who are supporters of Afrocentric culture can have some interest in listening to these stories.
So today, at this 32nd edition of the Afreximbank Annual General Meeting, The theme is building the future on decades of resilience. So according to you, what is resilience, especially in the creative industry?
I think, first of all, I think we can associate the word resilience to creative industry in Africa, because it's a tough business. To be successful in this world requires a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of patience. So resilience is your capacity to go through all these challenges and to continue your way to find your final destination. So I think this resilience word speaks to creative industry. It is part of creative industry. So definitely it's normal that the creative industries are one of the pillars of the Afreximbank now for this particular General Assembly.
Mr. Laouchez, thank you for answering Africa's 24 questions. And to our viewers, thank you for watching this program. Stay tuned to Africa 24 English for more news.
Thank you.
Thank you.